Hello, I'm back, your teacher Melody. Our subject for today is about Health 6. We are in the fourth quarter, our last quarter. Now, our topic is about the consumer's health. Our objective, explain the importance of consumer health. Health 6, Consumer Health, VAS 4A, VAS 13. Before we start, let's have first our pretest. Will you get one whole sheet of paper? Write your name and section. Let's try if you know our topic. So, do you have your paper with you? Now, let's read the direction. Read and write the letter of the correct answer. Okay, let's have number 1. This refers to the well-being of individuals purchasing health products and services. Letter A, consumer health. B, health consumer. C, wise consumer. And D, information. Now let's have number 2. Below are your rights and responsibilities as a consumer. Identify among the choices the one that does not belong to the group. Letter A, the right to basic needs. Letter B, the right to receive freebies. Letter C, the right to be informed. And letter D, the right to safety. Next, number 3. Why do we need to know the difference between over-the-counter and prescription medicines? A. We need to know the difference of over-the-counter and prescription medicines because we must be responsible in taking these medicines and sharing accurate health information to help observe ourselves and others. B. We need to know the difference of over-the-counter and prescription medicines because we need to brag it to our friends that we know I know about medicine. Letter C. We need to know the difference of over-the-counter and prescription medicine because it can use as illegal business and you can earn a lot of money from it. Letter D. We need to know the difference of over-the-counter and prescription medicines because if these medicines are misused or abused, we should also do what they do. Now let's go to number 4. It is a promotion done by a company for a public to buy and patronize a certain product or service. A. Propaganda. B. Advertisement. C. Label. Or D. Bandwagon appeal. Last, number 5. It is a technique in advertising that uses special offers and gifts. Letter A. Bandwagon appeal. B. Humor appeal. C. Reward appeal. And D. False image appeal. Okay, now, will you check your own paper? Be honest. Now, let's go to number 1. So, what is your answer in number 1? Yes, it is consumer health. Very good. Now, let's go to number 2. What is your answer? Correct. It is letter B, the right to receive freebies. This is not belong to the group. Okay, next. Number 3. What is your answer? Yes, it is letter A. We need to know the difference of over-the-counter and prescription medicines because we must be responsible in taking these medicines and sharing accurate health information to help ourselves and others. So, let's go to number 4. What is your answer? Correct, it is advertisement. The company, this is the promotion of the company for the public to buy and patronize a certain product or services. It is an advertisement. Now, let's go to number 5. Okay, what is your answer? Yes, it is a reward appeal. You are rewarding because of the special offers and gifts that you are going to accept or give. Okay? Now, we've got 5. Will you raise your hand? 4. Okay? 3, 2, and 1. All right. Now, let's go to our topic. So, who are the consumers? So, the consumers, they are the final user of a purchased product or services. They are the one who are buying the product or who needs services. So, you are also a consumer. If you buy something, then you are a consumer. Your mother is also a consumer because she buys the food that we need. Okay? Next. What is consumer's health? Why do we need to study this consumer health? What is this all about? So, consumer's health refers to the decision you make about the purchase of product and use of health information and services that will have direct effect on your health. So, you have to decide in purchasing the product or you have to know the health information and the health services that you need. Okay? So, that is a consumer health. Now, what is health information? Why do we need to know the health information? What is this all about? So, information is any information about your health or disability. It includes information or opinion about your illness, your injury, or disability. What are some examples of health information? So, let's have the first one, notes of your symptoms or diagnosis given by the doctors. The next one is the information about health services you've had or will receive. Like for instance, you're going to have a dentist. So, that is a health services. Okay? The information that the health that the services you need is the example of health information. Another is the specialist result or test result. If you done a laboratory, if you gone in our laboratory, so that is a specialist result, the result that was given to you. Or if you have an x-ray, the result of that x-ray is a specialist result. Okay? Next is a prescription or other pharmaceutical purchases. The receipt or the prescription that the doctors give is another example of health information. What medicines are you going to buy and how are you going to take those medicines? Is it 3 times a day or is it once a day? Okay, so those are the prescription or pharmaceutical purchases. The next one, what are some examples of health information? So, we have the dental records. When you go to the dentist, the record that you have is the dental record. And then, your genetic information. What are the hereditary diseases that you have in your family? Okay? And then, your wishes about your future health services. For example, I am going to have my Medicard. Okay? So that in the future, when I got sick, I can have my health services in the hospital. Okay, next one is the appointment and billing details. What are the billing details that you have, or the bills that you have in that hospital? So those are the health information. As consumer, we have to be wise or smart so that our money will not be wasted. If you buy something that you do not need, then you waste your money. Okay, now, what are some examples of health services? The first one is the mental health care. Or if you are mentally ill or mentally stressed, then you go to the mental health care. Now, if you have a broken teeth or you have a toothache and you want to pull it out, and now you go to the dental care. If you want to have blood chemistry, or you want to have an x-ray because you have a fracture, or you want to have a CT scan, then you go to the laboratory and diagnostic care. So, if you are an addict or a drug addict, you are a drug addict and you want to be cured, then you go to the substance abuse treatment so that you will be cured. And then the preventative care, what is this all about? If you want to have to prevent diseases, so you want to have your vitamins, so you go to the preventative care so that the illnesses will be prevented. And then the physical and occupational therapy. For example, you have a bone fracture or you have a broken bone, so you go to the physical and occupational therapies. And then in nutritional support, for example, the multivitamins that we need, so you go to the nutritional support because, for example, you have lack of nourishment, so you have to go to the nutritional support. And then the last one is the pharmaceutical care. What is this pharmaceutical care? Those are the services that you need when you are ill or you have a sickness. So you go to the pharmaceutical care, like the doctor. Okay? So, what are the characteristics of a wise or a good consumer? So, why do we need to be a wise or good consumer? So that our money will not be wasted. Okay? So, what are the characteristics of a wise or a good consumer? The first one is, a wise consumer is always watchful over his or her transaction to avoid being cheated or defrauded. You have to be watchful of the things you are buying, the quality that you buy. You will not buy a goods or a product that will not be helpful to you. Okay? So you will be watchful. Always be watchful. The next one is budget conscious. Your product that you are going to buy must be in your budget, or it is work in your budget, or it is cheap. Next is reasonable. Okay, consumer always takes into consideration the price and quality of the product because of the limited budget in shopping and wants to attain the satisfaction and value of every centavo spent. So the next one is not affected by advertisement because advertisement is very exaggerated. Sometimes they are saying their product is good, but when you buy it, it's not that good. Okay? The next one is the analytical. What is this analytical? The consumer patiently examine the quality, perceivable value, and benefits of the product that you are going to buy, and compares them with other products available. So you do not buy only one. You need to look for another and then choose for the best product that you want. And then looking for alternative or substitute. When the product that the consumer intends to buy is not available, a wise consumer would look for the product best alternative or substitute that will suit his or her needs, and it is also within his or her budget. Then avoid panic buying. A wise consumer exercises rational buying and doesn't make buying decision out of fear or panic or excitement. For example, the SM is sale. So, you go there and have a panic buying. Do not do that because it will, your budget will be cut. Okay, next, the consumer always takes into consideration the price and quality of the product because of limited budget in shopping and wants to attain the satisfaction and value of every centavo. So what are the rights of the consumer? Why do we need to know the rights of the consumer? So that when we are being cheated or defrauded, we can go to the right authority to exercise our rights. Okay? The first one is the right to basic need. We have the right to basic need and the right to be informed. We have to be informed of the things that or the product that we are going to buy or the services that we are going to have. And then the right to be safety. When we buy some products, we must be safety. Okay? And then the right to choose. We have to choose. We have to be analytical so that the quality that we are buying or the product that we buy is good enough for us. And then the right to representation. The product must be represented by their advertisement. And then the right to redress. Okay? So, you have to have good products. And then the right to consumers' education and the right to a healthy environment. So, you need to be educated and have a healthy environment. So what are the importance of consumer's health? Why do we need to study this one? Because it makes people aware of the quality of good that they purchase. You must be aware of the quality of goods that or product that you are purchasing. And then it helps people to take right services on the right time. If we have an emergency, so we know already what services are we going to need and what services are we going to do to call. Next is it gives the knowledge of the existence law and protection of their consumers' right. So we have a right, we know already the right, our right as a consumer. So we must be protected it by the law. So now, will you get one whole sheet of paper for our post test? Okay? Come on, get it. Now, let's read the direction. Identify what characteristics of a wise consumer is in the picture. Then, write the characteristics. So, this is number 1. What characteristics is this? Next, number 2. Okay, there is a monthly expenses. Okay. So what is that? The next one? Okay, best price, best quality. What is this? Next, this one, sale, news, sale. So what is that? And then the next one, quality. Okay, there is a person who is looking. Okay, and then the next one is, okay, the two girls are buying too many products. What is that? What characteristics of a wise consumer is that? Now, let's go to the next test. So this is the second direction. Choose the letter of the correct answer. So number 1, who among the following is a health consumer based on their situations? So number 1, Marian ordered a pair of jeans online. B, Jairo bought a new helmet from a motorcycle store. C, Jared inquired from an online seller about the breed of the puppy he posted for sale. And then the last letter, D, Melly purchased a box of disposable face masks from a drugstore. Choose the letter of the correct answer. Next, number 2. All the following except for one. Again, except for one, describe a wise consumer. Which among the choices is incorrect? Okay, letter A uses healthy and safe information. B knows about his, her rights and responsibilities. C buys impulsively. And D spends money wisely. Okay, choose the letter of the correct answer. What is incorrect there? Next, number 3. So this refers to the well-being of individuals purchasing health products and services. A, health consumers. B, wise consumers. C, consumers' health. D, information. Number 4. Below are your rights and responsibilities as a consumer. Identify among the choices the one that does not belong to the group. Again, the one that does not belong to the group. A, the right to basic needs. B, the right to receive privies. C, the right to be informed. And D, the right to safety. What is the one that does not belong to the group? Then last number 5, hospital care, therapeutic services, as well as facial massage are considered blank. A, funeral services. B, financial services. C, transportation services. And D, health services. Okay? So, pass your paper or send your answer in our GC. Okay, please click the like reaction and subscribe button. Thank you. Goodbye.